really good. Distance is really good.
Hand upstairs and another hard left hook to the body by Bivol. Showing a lot of variety in his attack.
He has a tougher assignment, I think, tonight than Bivol is having.
Not just a terrific offensive fighter, but also a technical defender, and he lands another. Exactly, and you just saw the hard left hook for Bivol in that last exchange, and all trouble left, or excuse me, Bivol originally born in Kyrgyzstan. Bivol steps in to look for an early stop. And Bivol opponents have now landed in single digits. A much harder shot.
Look, see, Bivol's not there for Chilemba to hit.
The punches by Bivol. Another tremendous left hook.
Keep off me, jab. And then the jab hits air, and now Chilemba's open. I can't say I recall one clean shot from
a single weekday in their living rooms, and it's always our privilege to have him on HBO's.
Bivol's hard right hand upstairs.
He's bouncy, he's athletic, he's vibrant, he's energetic, he's fast, he's moving all the time. Unlike Kovalev, who never really made it to Russian, I am raised Russian, I am Russian in offense. That is his defense, but it is forbidding. You just don't get in many chances. Two gyms, primarily in LA, Wild Card and Legends, where there are outstanding sparring partners, not yet to the point of 10-8.
Jim, I don't mean by CompuBoxing. Is really at issue here. I think Chilemba's whole fight is about
in some way forced Bivol to hesitate about firing those dynamic power shots. And so
in between the numbers, you can do something with his legs. All he has to do is make a little move with his upper body backward, and the jab hits air. And then oftentimes in the past, and Chilemba has no answer so far.
By my count,
first by Bivol, so it's really Bivol dictating the action.
Hard left hook to the body by Bivol.
Deflected by Bivol's hands, arms like that, for example. If you're in a fight, and that's a tough opponent. So he, in his last several fights against elite fighters, Bivol's distance and timing are exquisite to become the most skillful fighters. He's a fast, twitchy, hard puncher.
What's the amount of damage?
Michael Spinks was fast and just an enormous puncher at light heavyweight. But what Roy can do in the corner is to fight him from here on like that. Either you won't be here in the end or we'll get the victory.
Historically, through the years, Max,
I have a feeling one of those is coming pretty soon.
There's a right hand. He wants to fire the one big knockout shot.
Weathered at least the first storm from Bivol, and now he's fighting back in such a way that it appears that Chilemba's able to keep up. Told us, Jim, yesterday, that every time he goes to the guys were much bigger light heavyweights than Bivol.
A lot of great knockout punchers whose major weapon was really the left hook. Sometimes, when trainers aren't around to train the fighter, Anvil will do that.
Hit him in the back. What's your chance to win? At least give yourself a chance to win. In Bivol's case,
the trainer has to be promotional in the corner, and sometimes he has to tell the truth. Selling Isaac Chilemba on how to stay in here and compete, and Bivol has not been the learning process here tonight for young Bivol.
Rhythm and opening up a little more. Can he make a beautiful fight? Not just a dominant
Kovalev to go the distance, even though Kovalev floored him early and dominated the fight.
Obviously, most of it is to get the guy prepared for the fight, training.
Isaac Chilemba is tough. If he weren't tough, he wouldn't still be in there.
Bivol is very dangerous. He's having some success when he actually usually beats the left hook to the target. It's a straight punch. Short distance between 2 points. It is curious to me that Bivol is encountering when he's also seems to me to be the better defensive fighter.
I don't think so.
And with Bivol being better at all the things Chilemba. Well, Chilemba's also...
He throws a good hard left jab, but watch the hook. He's got
That's right.
For a while, and was lightning quick with his hands.
This kind of fusillade he's taken early on, particularly from Bivol's left hook.
And if
Chilemba's left hand below his waist, I wonder why Dmitry Bivol doesn't fire away.
At crossroads in the fight. And that's what Roy was trying his best to do.
60-54 on Harold Letterman's unofficial scorecard. There's a right hand. I'm wondering if he's cutting a little too fine trying to be perfect. There's a right hand over the top by Bivol.
Very well-timed right hand. Seemed to hit Bivol on the chin and nothing happened. What can Chilemba possibly do? But through his toughness and
Anyway, 4-0, Dmitry Bivol.
I agree with Harold that the hook is but Spinks and like Bob Foster and those kind of
Boxing fans tend to think of great knockout punchers in terms of
make him feel confident enough to continue that success. You know,
there's another right hand.
it may hasten his demise to open up. And Chilemba's following.
Shot.
And he doesn't want to make any mistakes. He's trying to fight him.
If nothing else, Bivol was before in the sense that Chilemba interrupted Kovalev's long, torrid knockout streak.
Tactically, he's countering, he's punching. But you mentioned the Chilemba light heavyweight.
Left hook for Bivol.
Beautiful fights.
Chilemba just landed a punch. Now Bivol is using the jab. Other than that, I don't see a good reason for him to be.
Win. Then he will have figured out a tricky opponent who didn't cave, you know.
Not been able to find the combination. Here, the streak of limiting the opponent to single-digit lands in every round for the last 5 fights. And in this round, we're back to the more familiar pattern as Bivol has landed 9 out of 10 shots by Chilemba. But it was a glancing blow. Finally putting him away with a knockout in the truck.
Although in that fight,
Here on the boardwalk.
as you do with main events,
After 8 rounds, managed to force a stoppage against Isaac Chilemba.
has something to do with it. I think Chilemba's quality of a to reestablish his own kind of rhythm and distance and timing so he could also land some of his shots. Right. They have a history of
Trade puts himself at risk. Bivol getting the better of it. As his left glove was being put in place. Since her husband's unfortunate demise due to cancer, 9 straight rounds for Bivol. Managed to get a little confidence and get his sea legs. That's one thing about Bivol. He'll make words.
You know, he slipped the punch and Chilemba's way off balance through a wild right hand and then
Charlie moves Chilemba. Wild right hand over the top. Bivol continues his streak through 11 rounds here tonight of limiting the opponent. So the first major boxing card in Atlantic City in nearly 4 years is a sellout. She's a promoter, an old school type.
hustling for her foot. The bar is set very high. And
Isaac Chilemba, who came in with 5 losses and 2, and Bivol is landing at twice the percentage. Produced